It's week 8 of the National Football League, and we've got high-flying offenses set to take off. It's the Jets and the Seahawks, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL is a league ruled by offenses, and we've got a couple of good ones about ready to do battle here.
Well, you know me quite well. Maybe one day I can get to be commissioner. I can flip that around a little bit, and we can just talk about defense. But let's face it, we're talking about two units that rank in the top 5 in the league. So I think this might be a game where you forget about the field goal. You'd better finish your drives with touchdowns if you want to keep up with the Joneses on the other sideline.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Sherman. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Sherman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sherman. They'll set up the screen to Carter. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, Bradshaw. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when we talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. Bradshaw. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now Carter to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sherman. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete as well. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Jets now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sherman. And that'll be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Sherman got a man. It's Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Carter. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Throwing on first down. Sherman. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 7 yards the pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Sherman. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
First down, Jets.
After 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. On 2nd down, Bradshaw. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Sherman. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On 1st and 10, Sherman. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Sherman. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. That's exactly what he got done there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll run with Carter. He can't get him down. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Carter again, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. On second down now, Bradshaw, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A beautiful fake. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Off the play fake, Sherman. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How did they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first half, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
On first down, Bradshaw. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 17, Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Kennedy. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. On first down, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes them back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. From the shotgun, Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? They'll wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Sherman. He finds his man, complete. That's more. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Sherman. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Back to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down, Sherman. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Blankenship out for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Rams who come in and get the victory on the road. Cam Akers, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Jarvis Landry, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. But the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. On 1st and 10, Sherman. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
To throw on 2nd down, Sherman. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's a give to Carter. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. But just like you said, they've got the lead, don't do anything silly, run the football, and that's what they did.
They would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter, but he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll be set up in great starting field position here as that's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity,
the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film. All of that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys in positions to show that the speed's going to be quicker. But until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradshaw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
Let's go.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a give right side. Bradshaw. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradshaw. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And the Jets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Sherman. This will be caught by Brown. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sherman, and that is incomplete. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sherman. Caught right side, Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jets! Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Sherman. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, they run with Carter.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
From the gun on 3rd down. Sherman, he finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
From the gun, Sherman. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3/4 in the books.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
On 2nd down, it's Carter. And he's taken down inside the 30. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now Carter.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A handoff for Carter.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Sherman. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter.
And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Sherman.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Sherman. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradshaw. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Here's Carter.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Sherman. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He finds his man, complete. That's Kennedy. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Short throw to Disley, and he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. It's caught. Lockett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Looking for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Again, Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have the onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they'll indeed take a knee. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets.
And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for the Jets,
they run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Thank you.